such a tragedy because you are so handsome. I feel like you are extremely arrogant, and I feel like you're probably gonna have a hard time because you seem like the type, like a know-it-all type of guy. And sometimes you have to be careful with that because even when you know it all, you don't know everything. So being humble sometimes can be your best friend, even if you do know it all, even if you're very smart, very wise, but just having a humble attitude, you know what I mean? You would probably go a lot further. And
Wow.
I say that with all the respect in the world.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Who's your
Excellent response.
dentist?
Who is my dentist? Not you, sweetheart. And I'm just gonna leave it right there.
Oh, I know. I'm not your dentist.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another exciting episode where an older man, that's me, Marvin Kane. I'm 56 years old, 56, and I'll be giving you my reaction to the popular dating show, Pop the Balloon or Find Love. Now, let's get started.
Let's go ahead and bring out our next single guy.
And these are our beautiful ladies.
Welcome in.
Okay. This is going to be fun. I don't know if this guy was on the show before, but the way they're looking at him, he's familiar. Tall guy, thick guy, and he is so casual. I mean, super casual. To me, I think this is an initial form of disrespect, even though they're going to be like, you're fit, you're fit. And maybe the guy's showing off his body style, but he walked out clever. He did not walk out with confidence. He didn't need to. He walked out with a lot of familiarity. I'm looking at his hair. His hair is neat. His smile is bright. He's looking at the ladies. He's tall. Nobody's going to say, oh, he's too short or not tall enough. Definitely a nice guy. My screen is blurred. If you see it, it's blurred, so I can't recognize who this guy could be. He's got his tennis shoes on. He's like, man, I'm just here to see what's going to happen, and let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what more we can learn about him. Oh yeah, I've not seen this guy before. So is he a doctor? He looked like those are his scrubs, his work outfit. So he's trying to show what he's capable of. When a man comes out in his work uniform, he's telling you, girl, I got you. Whatever you need, I got you. You want this? I got you. So he's putting the money out there. He's showing them the security. And by his size, he's also showing them his ability to protect. So let's see. What's his name? Where he's coming from?
He's back.
So it was evident. This is a guy that's been on the show before. They just gave that look of familiarity. And then they just start popping it like, no, we don't want him. Why? He's such a great looking guy.
Ooh. All right. If we can have your name.
That was so fast. I was not expecting that.
What's your name, sir?
Hi, my name is Dr. Elam.
Okay, so I think I remember this might have been one of the first shows, not this particular episode, but with him on it was one of the first ones. And he was so, I guess you could say, impatient with the women, very highly opinionated, a little bit too mentoring of them. So I've got a little insight on this guy. That might be the thing that just scared off more than half the women. They just pop, 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 pop. 4 of them look like they popped their balloon and only 2 are available. Maybe they don't know him. But let's get into this. Let's see what's going to happen.
And Dr.
Y'all know who I
Elam,
am?
How old are you?
That's not fair.
Dr. Elam, how old are you?
I'm 39.
Okay, all right. Now, we do see you pointed out Dr. Elam. What kind of doctor are you? What do you do?
Yeah, I'm a dentist, so actually, please forgive me for my attire. I had an emergency earlier, and I had to rush here, so I didn't have time to change.
Okay,
She's not even looking at my
respectful.
face. Okay, so I am a traveling dentist. I travel up and down the West Coast, pulling teeth and placing implants for those who need it.
Okay, all right. Now, what do you look for in a woman?
What I look for in a woman is pretty universal, and I'm not sure if it's been explained this way, but I'm going to try. There's 3 things that every man wants, and if you do these 3 things, you can procure any man that you want.
See, that's what I'm saying. He's always mentoring. So we've got 7 women. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 balloons are popped. He's got 2 women he definitely is not going to pick. So he's going to walk out of here by himself again, as he does every time. He talks too much.
And this isn't my information that I just came up with. This is actually research-based. And the first thing is being
Pop.
useful. How can you be useful to the person in your life? Why is that important? Because when you are a useful asset to the man that you want to be, then there is no way that he's ever going to want to get rid of you. The second thing is you have to blow his mind in the bedroom. What does that mean? That means you take the wildest, nastiest thing that you've ever done, figure out the
literally said
wildest,
that.
nastiest thing that he's ever done, and exceed that. Otherwise, he can just get it from somewhere else. Now, the third
Wow. So he actually, in his statement, see, this is why they don't like him. I don't like him either. This guy put an emphasis and gave a license to commit adultery, to cheat. It's terrible.
thing, and this thing is the most important thing. It doesn't matter if you do the first two things. If you don't do this last thing, then you won't be able to keep your man, and that is respect. Always respect your man. Now, if you have any confusion as to what respect is, say to yourself, would I say this to the person who is writing my checks? Would I say this to my boss? And if you wouldn't, don't say it to your man. So, I'm looking for those three things.
Okay. So, Dr. Elam, we did have you on episode 2 of Pop the Balloon or Find Love. And also
Okay.
in the Get to Know with you, we found out that, it didn't really work out too much with your match. What happened there?
Well, we decided that we wanted different things in life. We had a great conversation. We went to dinner. I thought that she was first class. But ultimately, we decided to just be friends and just support
She
each other along our
decided.
journeys.
Okay, sounds good. So we did get a couple of pop balloons here. Let's go over to some of these ladies and see what's going on.
Please, let's.
All right, let's start here. If we can have your name and age and why you ended up pop.
Before she speaks, I'm gonna tell you, before they even get to the lady at the end, she's going to pop a balloon. There's something about the mentality of the women that follow women, the women's club, that if everybody else popped and you're the last one, there's a 99.6% chance that she's going to pop too. So let's listen.
Pop in.
My name is Brenda. I'm 36. The reason why I popped, very good looking man. Well put together. You're in the dentistry world. That's amazing. I'm sure your love language is acts of service since you are in the dentistry world. But the way you answered that question.
Actually, my love language is physical touch.
Oh.
And quality time. And words of affirmation.
I see that you like to interrupt.
I
I
apologize.
think
I apologize.
it's best that I did pop that balloon.
Wow, she is so mature. I love
Now,
her style
is
though.
Brenda someone that's your type?
Of
I
course.
actually don't know enough about her to make a valid decision on that, but I love the dress. You have a gorgeous smile. I love what you've done with your makeup and your hair. You're, awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Let's go over here. If we can have your name and age.
I'm Jador. I'm 31.
All right. And Jador, why did you end up popping your balloon?
Dr. Elam, it's such a tragedy because you are so handsome. I feel like you are extremely arrogant, and I feel like you're probably gonna have a hard time because you seem like the type, like a know-it-all type of guy. And sometimes you have to be careful with that because even when you know it all, you don't know everything.
I really like women like this because she's not afraid to tell the truth. You can grow with a woman like that. I have a whole different perspective on this woman right now because she showed some strength, some power, and some determination in standing up to a man, not talking behind his back, and telling him straight to face, eyeball to eyeball, you're arrogant. And she did it eloquently. So kudos for her. He's not going to like that though.
So being humble sometimes can be your best friend, even if you do know it all, even if you're very smart, very wise, but just having a humble attitude, you know what I mean? You would probably go a lot further. And
Wow.
I say that with all the respect in the world.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Who's your
Excellent
dentist?
response.
Who is my dentist? Not you, sweetheart. And I'm just going to leave it right there.
Oh, I know. I'm not your dentist.
Yeah.
Are you serious? Gosh. I thought he was going to be so cool and just suck it in and be like, okay, let me just internalize what she said. He goes, thank you. Who's your dentist? He is so rude. He doesn't have to be. She's right. He's super good looking, but this is ridiculous.
Okay.
All right, let's keep it
Let's
going.
go to our next person here. Your name and age and why you ended up popping.
So my name is Brittany. I'm 31, and like she said, you look really good. I like that you're in the you're a dentist, but you are given arrogant, and it's given toxic too. Like it's given to you want to debate all the time. Like it's like gonna give me a headache. And if you like she said, if you do know it all, just a little bit better to be humble. So that's it. But you look good, you're handsome, but it's given toxic, and I don't want that. And
Say
it's
thank
also
you.
given like this is a joke to you. Like you just want to come on here just to say stuff to get a viral moment. I'm not feeling that.
Dr.
Don't
Elam?
say nothing.
Yeah, I don't even really know what to say with that. I appreciate
You
your
don't.
perspective. I think
Very
that
nice.
your feelings are valid. And if you are looking for a nuclear relationship, I probably am a red flag for you. So you're probably right on that.
I love your honesty. Thank you.
All right. If we can
I knew that balloon was going to pop. I knew it.
have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
Hi, I'm Nova. I'm 30. Yeah, it was just the arrogance for me. I love a man that's very confident. Like I'm gonna toot your horn every chance I get. But I think you toot your own horn, so I don't think I would be able to accommodate that every day. Like you're tooting, and then I'm trying to uplift, and it would just be a roller coaster ride, like all the time.
Let me explain something. There's a huge difference between confidence and arrogance. Confidence is learned behavior. It's learned. It's something you have to learn. You're not born with confidence, but you are born with arrogance. Arrogance is selfishness. It's a selfish output to put yourself over others. So until a child actually sees someone shares food, they're just going to eat all the food. But when you teach them to share, you're teaching them to show confidence that there's more coming. So it's okay to share and give away what you have because you're going to get more. That's animalistic thinking to be arrogant. To really think that your point is the most valid and the only point that matters in the lives of others that are listening to you. There's a huge difference. Arrogance and confidence should not even be in the same sentence. You can't be both. You're either one or the other. And unfortunately, our doctor is arrogant.
Like I feel like we would constantly be up here, and I like my space. I like quiet. I feel like every day would be something not negative, but just the energy would just be very high for me. Like
It sounds like self-love is something that's challenging for you.
self-love. Oh no, baby, I'm sorry.
Because if you loved yourself, then you wouldn't have any problem loving me.
Oh, I love myself a lot, and I want to be able to love someone as much as I love myself. But I feel like you love yourself so much that there wouldn't be any room for me to love you.
Wow.
That sounded good, but it also didn't make very much sense.
It made all the sense. He's not listening. This guy needs to listen. I mean, all these women are saying the same thing to you. You're one person and you've got 7 women, and so far 4 have repeated that you are arrogant. And we've seen that you're arrogant. The people watching us see that you're arrogant. Man, stop. This is the point where you just, no matter how much it hurts, I've had to do this. I can remember sitting around with my family when I was married, asking my wife and my kids, tell me the things that I do that irritate you. And I just listened, and they tore me to pieces. And I didn't know that I was making these type of mistakes. And they just told me, and I was like, thank you. And I made changes along the way to meet them where they needed me to be to make them happy. That's what he needs to do. We all need to do this. This is excellent for him, but he's blowing it.
Because
Fine.
love isn't a container. Love
But
is
it's not a
something that you
container.
are. So I
Yeah.
love myself. I've worked on myself, and I understand the tools that it takes to practice self-love.
Okay.
And so space and time isn't really an objective field that you need to use as a barometer to see if it's possible, if we can love each other. It's either you love yourself and you can share that, or you're uncomfortable with it. And so I feel that you're also uncomfortable with me loving myself as much as
No,
I
no,
do.
no.
And it's
I'm
coming off
definitely
as
not uncomfortable.
arrogance.
This is when she should
Oh,
stop
I'm
talking
arrogant?
to.
No, I said it's coming off as
Oh,
arrogance.
you're coming up. Yeah, you do.
So my confidence is triggering you because
No,
it's
no, no.
reminding
I
you
love confidence. I melt in it.
Stop talking.
it's not about you not having self-love. It's about you not appreciating the self-love in other people. And that is a direct reflection of how you see yourself. The term is called projection. When you see me shining, it reminds you that you're not shining enough.
Oh, so when I said that I melt in confidence, that kind of went over your head?
Melting in confidence isn't...
Self-love, confidence, all that in my man is very important to me.
I mean, this woman stepped up. I thought she was shallow, but she really stepped up with some valid points. I appreciate what she's saying. Men, listen to your woman when she's telling you these things. This is the time you grow. It may not be what you want to hear, but if a woman's going to take the time to tell you about yourself, listen. That's called being smart.
Because I don't want to date a man that does not love himself. Because then he won't love me as much. The level of love will be different.
Look, I'm really trying to follow you.
I know,
All right.
I know, but it's okay.
But your ego won't allow you to take responsibility for your lack. And
My
that's
lack,
okay.
But
Stop. Don't
lack
say nothing.
anything,
Stop
like-
talking.
Popped y'all's balloon before you even got to know Dr. Elon. What a shame. What a shame.
Is it though? I don't. Yeah.
Stop.
You'll find your.
You said you
people.
watched the show before you got here, which means you have a preconceived indoctrination of who you think I am. So you popped your balloon before you even got to know me based on what
Can I
you've
ask a
already
question?
seen, please.
Why do you want to argue with me?
I'm not arguing with you. I'm using an inflection that is emphasizing my point. You thinking that I'm arguing is a direct trigger that you can't handle what I'm saying to you.
Okay, love bug.
See, now he's gone from arrogance to domineering. He's domineering. He's dominating her. He's not going to allow her to breathe or come up for air because he's the smartest one in the room. And he wants to be heard objectively and unobjectively and just unqualified. He wants to be heard. And he's speaking over himself. Stick to the teeth, bro.
I've been here, done that. Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
thank you.
let's
Go
do
ahead.
it. Let's see what's next.
All right, if we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
My name is Tatiana. Okay, respectfully, where do I begin, my guy? You got a lot of dip on your chip, and I feel like the way that you coming at everybody else with like, oh, who's your dentist and everything, you finna ask me who my dentist is. And I'm not with that just yet. I'm not ready for
I
that.
know it's
I
triggering.
also, let me finish real quick, respectfully. I'm
Please,
sorry,
please,
you know,
please.
because you interrupt everybody else. Let me speak real quick. I just personally feel like you're not used to and I'm not trying to say like, oh, I'm alpha male, like, you know, whatever. Like, you're not used to a dominant woman. I feel like you are like.
But see, she used the term dominant woman. You know what? I'm gonna let her finish and then I'm gonna make my comment.
It's easy kind of coming to you to belittle women a little bit. I understand where you're coming from with everything that you do, and I saw the last episode, but like you do come off as arrogant. Confidence is cool, but like know the difference a little bit. What you gonna say about my tooth, bro?
Why would I want a dominant woman?
See, this is the thing. None of these women have expressed dominance. That was the wrong word that she used. These are not dominant women. These are women simply that have a point of view. They have their own personal preference. They have their own ideas in their own mind. And the question was asked, why did you pop your balloon? So it's not like they just start yelling and screaming at things. They were asked to speak their mind. That is not dominance. He's being dominant because he is reacting to what he doesn't like that they're saying. I'm not trying to be a psychologist or a psychotherapist, but Dr. Elam needs some help. He really needs some serious help.
When
Next.
I'm the dominant one.
Go ahead. There can't be, you know.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead. What's
Do
up?
you think you're the prize?
I know I'm the prize.
You're the prize to the men you don't want.
Okay.
When you get a man that you actually want, please believe me, we're the prize.
Okay. Next.
That made no sense.
Your
I know what
name,
he's trying to
age, and
say.
why you ended up popping.
My name is Unique. I'm 31. And I popped Not that I disagree with how he is. I love I love how he
Say
is.
it with your
you know,
chest, girl. Say it
because
with your chest.
he has confidence. It's nothing wrong with how he is. It's not what I want at the moment. Because I dealt with his kind before, in a way. Not exactly, because, everybody's different. But I dealt with his kind before, and there's nothing wrong with how he is.
Okay.
I feel like right now this is not the right platform for him as far as in what he's looking for, or maybe he's still trying to figure out what it is you want. I don't know. But
I know what I
maybe you
want.
do know what you want.
I know what I want.
But obviously it's multiple things that he wants that he hasn't found and received in one woman. I heard.
I agree with you. I agree
Okay,
with
there's
you.
nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with how you think, the confidence, all that. There's nothing wrong with it. You just have to find a woman that's willing to accept those things without her feeling like her light is getting dimmed.
She on Pluto. She's up there in her spaceship. That woman doesn't exist on Earth, the woman he's looking for. He's looking for a woman that's going to accept him 1000% with no persuasions at all. She's got to do it his way, think his way. But he is demonstrating a little bit of humility only because he can't deny the matureness of the words that she's using. She is really good and on point on some of what she says.
If that makes sense.
Stop.
So
That's all. That's what
I have to find a woman who is strong enough to know that her light can't be dimmed.
Yeah, that.
Hit me with your best shot. Tell me your name again.
Unique.
Unique. That is so special.
Thank you. As
Done.
far as the
Be done.
masculinity, like I said, it's not a gender. I feel like it's just,
So being dominant and being, what was the word that she used? What was the word that you used? I forgot. Masculine. That is something that is not gender specific, is what you're saying?
no, I don't feel it is. I feel like I'm very dominant and masculine when I need to be. But
Can I ask you a question?
yeah,
What do you want?
what do I want? Out of a partner?
Why am I here?
I want my partner to be able to live in his confidence, exactly like how you are, but at the same time know exactly specifically what he wants.
He wants
'Cause
you.
Like I said, you can feel one way right now, but in a couple of months, you're not going to feel the same. Everybody changes, different levels. If you get what I mean?
So by that line of reasoning, people are making lifelong decisions based off of 6 months, maybe a year. So is that fair to say, will you marry me based off of me knowing you for a year and a half?
Sure.
Even though you're
Fair?
going to change?
Is it fair?
Right.
It's fair
Sure,
based
yes.
on if that person agrees with,
Maybe not fair. Is it feasible?
I
Yes.
don't know the answer to that.
I do.
That's fine.
I do.
No, it's fine. It's all right. Let's go. Okay, if we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
Hi, I'm Micah. I'm 33, and I ended up popping. One, I actually agree with a lot of the stuff that you say. So the 3 reasons that you gave before, I agree with all 3 of those. So I think you're on to that. I didn't really like how you showed up. I appreciate that you had emergency surgery. I love that.
The scrubs are clean. I was wearing a white coat while I was doing it, so
No, I
they're-
appreciate
they're-
it.
they're-
I appreciate it. But yeah, that's really the only reason, to be honest. And I think we just probably,
So if you would have seen me in the dental office, you would have been like, this guy.
I would have been like, yeah, nice smile, maybe.
But the scrubs was not doing it for me.
I just feel like they said date ready and you've been here before, so you know what's up. And
You're
having
right,
emergency
you're right,
surgery
right.
is not an excuse.
I failed you
No,
on this
you didn't
day.
feel me.
I failed you,
It's
and I'm
okay.
sorry.
It's okay.
Next time, I'll make my patients wait.
Okay, please, thank you.
All right,
was
let's
a
go back
trip.
this way. Okay, so that is all the balloons popped. We weren't able to find you a match today, but let's go ahead and give it up for him, ladies. I'll take the mic. Thank you.
Wow. Listen. Men, women, relationships okay, so I'm a guy. A relationship for me is about the woman. A relationship for the woman is about the man. We treat each other the way that we want the other person to treat us. So it doesn't matter what these words of confidence and dominance and all of that means. Do you have the ability to make the other person happy with who you are and with what you're giving from yourself to them? That's all this is about. This man is just arrogant. So he's teaching arrogance. He's saying, look, I'm going to give you my arrogance. What is he going to get back? More arrogance. That's not how you want relationships to go. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I think I've said all that I needed to say. And I think the women did an excellent job by being open and honest and communicating, and they were not domineering. I don't want to see one comment that says these women were domineering, because that is not domineering, and I would challenge any man or woman that says they were. They were not. But if you disagree, put it in the comments. I'm polite. I will respond politely because that's what I do. If you like what I said, put it in the comments. If you don't like what I said, put it in the comments. You've got your own ideas. I want to hear about it because I grow with this show. I know a lot because I'm older, but I don't know everything because I'm younger. There are a lot of people older than I am. I'm still a student of life. But like I said, if you like this video, share it with a friend, family member, or even a stranger. Help us grow our channel. We have over 900 videos on our channel that discuss the topic of relationships. So check us out. We got shorts, we got long form videos, different lengths of videos about all different types of subjects. But definitely remember this.